Hey guys, Wolf here. Today, I'm going to be talking about farming Crowd Pummelers as a paladin. You may be thinking, why are you farming Crowd Pummelers? You're a paladin. That's a druid weapon. You know, feral druids use that. Both tanks and DPS use that. But I actually think it's a very underrated Prot Paladin weapon, and I'll tell you why. So, Crowd Pummeler's ability is where it increases your attack speed by 50% for 30 seconds. Now, this is really good, really strong for druids, but the DPS on the item itself is not that good. So why would we need this as a paladin? Specifically, the reason why I think you would want this weapon is as an off tank, like if you're like your second tank in a guild. And the reason for that being, paladins get not a lot, but a decent chunk of their threat generation from Retribution Aura and Holy Shield, and this requires you being hit. Oh, also Blessing of Sanctuary as well, and this requires you to be getting attacked by the mob, by the boss, monster, whatever, because you need a block or just get hit and deal reflect damage. Um, so if you're the second tank and you're not getting hit, how are you going to be able to establish really good like secondary threat on the boss? And I think Crowd Pummeling is actually a really good option for that. And the reason for that is because the increased attack speed combined with Seal of Righteousness, you can actually like stack up a lot of threat just by whacking the boss really fast with holy damage. And if you seal wisdom on the boss as well, then or I'm sorry, judge wisdom on the boss, then you can actually be getting a lot of mana return as well. So you can be spamming consecrate pretty much on cooldown every time to help you build secondary threat. Like it's actually really crazy. I was doing a bunch of tests about it. I might make a video about that as well, like going into more detail and showing examples of my tests. But for now, I'll just show you guys the run. So Nemergon, it's not too hard. It's like a 20. It's like a 28 to 32 dungeon or something like that. So nothing in here really hits that hard. You've probably seen videos of this before, where feral druids farm this place for Crowd Pummeler. It's not that hard. All you gotta do is run back here towards like the back entrance of Nemergon. It will require you to have the workshop key, but it's not hard to get. You get it from the last boss in Numergon. I'm pretty sure he has a 100% drop rate, so it's not very hard to get. But head on in here. Toss myself a Blessing Sanctuary. So we head on in here. Usually as a druid you're going to sneak past these mobs right here because you have stealth. But as a paladin we're just going to throw on the sword and board and just pull them all. Just run right past them. We're not running past all the mobs in the dungeon between here and the boss, but we're doing pretty much this entire corridor right here. The rest we're able to sneak by pretty easily. This takes me about less than 5 minutes, I want to say, most of the time. So it's actually like really easy, like really easy to pull off. So. And what's nice about this too is actually there's some pretty good like twink weapons that drop off the trash in here, so you can probably sell those on the auction house if you want to spend the time to loot these guys right here. You don't have to, but it's nice if you get some blues, you can make some money. But it takes like a minute or a little less than a minute to loot these guys, so it's up to you whether or not you're pressure for time. You can run this farm like so many like really fast that you'll be like locked out of the instance, or you have like the hourly lockout pretty easily. So looting these guys is gonna take too much of your time. But I killed the last one here. Right, switch back to my two-hander. You don't need a two-hander to take down the boss. He's really easy, but I just do because it's makes it a little easier. But you can definitely take him down with a one-hander. So just go back here. We need the key again. But yeah, I actually think Crowd Pummeler is really underrated for off-tank paladins, because I think paladins are actually very strong off-tanks, contrary to popular belief. So I think this like helps their threat generation out a lot, actually. Yeah, you can pretty much sneak it past everything, like all over there without having stealth or whatever. Like it's not that hard. So you see here, there's actually an invisible wall right behind me, and the boss does a knockback. So you can actually just have your your back to the invisible wall and just not be knocked back like at all, and just pull anything on accident. So it's pretty nice, pretty handy. Don't worry about dying to this guy. He doesn't hit very hard at all. You see there's the knockback. Cool, he dropped it. He has about a 50% drop rate on the Crowd Pummeler. He usually drops like green boots, if not the mace. So I'm pretty sure the loot table is like 50% to drop the boots, 50% to drop the mace. So it's not that bad. Sneak past this guy. This guy you're gonna want to wait for, just for him to go get in this group right here, and then you can just sneak past him. You could just bubble and just run past them, but I'm not gonna risk that, because your bubble will expire before you get to the entrance. If you have full health, you might be able to do it just fine, but I usually just wait and just go right by them like this. There you go. Got you a Crowd Pummeler. You're probably gonna want several of these, honestly, for per boss. In my opinion, for a raid. Well, it depends on how badly you need to be generating secondary threat. But during my test, I was generating almost 3k more per minute. It was really insane. But I was going through 2 charges. Yeah, so for 3 minutes you'd be going through 2 pummelers, which is, or wait, no, right? Yeah. For 3 minutes you'd be going through 2 pummelers, which can be rough. But if you've already built up a huge amount of secondary threat, you can honestly just switch back to your sword and board and just off tank normally. But it really does, I'm telling you guys, it really puts you at an advantage threat wise compared to normal paladin off tanking. But just step outside, reset the instance, and then you're good to go. Just keep at it. Get you some more of these Crowd Pummelers. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys supporting me. I got a lot of constructive feedback on my last Prot Paladin video. Like I said, I'm gonna make a, as you see, Blessing of Sanctuary just went off, so it took less than 5 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna make another video probably going into detail, showing the stats and the numbers on Crowd Pummeler versus just regular standard secondary off tanking as a paladin, the threat generation. I'll probably try to put that up the next day or so, but I hope this guide helped you guys out, and I'll see you guys next time.